How's everything going? We are going live. I hope you all got your wine. Um, this has been a long day for me. Just got back from AZ a few days ago and ready to talk to you guys. Give you guys a little chance to come on. Decided to come on a little earlier because I have clients tomorrow, and I truly needed to come on a little early so I can get my rest. But thank you for showing up, showing out. I do appreciate it. I hope you guys had an amazing holiday. Like I said, and you guys know, hey, thank you for the thumbs up. You guys know, grab your wine, whatever your drink of choice. We are having, hi, my precious daughter, I love you. But get your wine, whatever your preference, whatever your drink is, and let's have that chat. Let's talk. A lot has been going on. I hope everyone had an amazing Thanksgiving. I hope everybody really had positive things happen, breaking bread with family, etc., etc. Um, I am so happy to be here. I'm so happy to be able to come on, show up, show out for you all, and just very grateful. Oh, if you notice, the title is Bliss, Openness, and I thought I would pull some of my cards that I had. And normally I use these for myself. Is they're called spirit work cards, and sometimes from time to time I pull for myself just to get a vibe of where I'm at. And I thought it would be really nice to have you guys really feel the vibration that I am feeling. um, openness has been a very important vibration for the Scorpio. We have had to learn to be open. We've had to learn to be um, um, alive and not be so stringent, and also allow people to come into our reality, even if we're not sure about them. And I really thought that card openness really resonated with me because I am truly learning how to be more open. I am truly learning how to be more conscious and awake of what is going on around us. But I have a story, and this story just really touched me, and I really would like to share this with you. I have a friend, she called me this morning, and she pretty much told me she went to Costco to look for trees. And she said all these beautiful trees were just sitting there. And she actually said she saw this older gentleman just looking at this tree, and he was like lost. It was like he was in this his own little world. And as she is looking at him, she started realizing that he literally was not there. He was reminiscing. He was just sitting there, and she stands by him and she begins to look at the tree, trying to reminisce into his reminiscing, right? And the most interesting thing she said as she's sitting there, she tells the man, she goes, "My, this is a beautiful tree." And he goes, "Yes, it is." And he begins to cry. This man looked like he's in his 80s or so. And he begins to cry, and she just reminisces and she goes, "Yes, it is a beautiful tree." But the most interesting thing is when she saw him cry, it touched her. She actually could feel his vibration. She actually could feel his heart. And as she is seeing him cry, he kept saying, "My wife, my wife." And he goes, "My wife died 2 weeks ago, and I miss her so much." So she proceeds to say, she goes, "Your wife is still with you. She may have passed on, but she's still with you." And she goes, "This is a beautiful tree. Are you going to buy it?" And he goes, "No, I don't think I'm going to buy it. My wife, she's gone. She's gone." And this friend of mine, she proceeds to give him this hug. And she hugged him, and she goes, "I feel your wife. And your wife chose this tree for you." She goes, "Why don't you go get the clerk, and I will stand here and I will hold this space for you while you go get the clerk so you can buy this tree." So she's there protecting the tree. And he comes back and he buys that tree. Family, we are definitely in the holiday seasons. And some of us don't have family. Some of us are away from our families, and some of us have lost family. And the one thing that really struck me when she told me this story, I had the deepest empathy for this man because he lost his wife 2 weeks ago, and the holidays are coming. And he just really needed to be there at that moment, at that place, to think in his head, to love her, to remember her. And the most beautiful thing that we can do at this point in time, as we're going into the holidays, is to really be sensitive. Really be sensitive to people that are amongst us, people that we don't know their circumstances, we don't know their lives, we don't know what they're going through, and we do not um, understand everything. But the one thing that we can do is we can give back, and we can begin to raise the vibration. If someone needs a hug, give them a hug. And like I said, I pulled this card and it says openness, being open enough to see another person in this holiday season. Like I said, I had an amazing time for holidays. I was able to see my daughters, and we haven't all been together in a very long time. And I was able to break bread with them, have conversation with them, and really cultivate the love and the precious wonders of connection. I think what we're missing so much here in our reality is the connection aspect of, of love, of who we are. We are meant to connect. And so as I saw this and heard this story, I began to like really resonate, and I began to understand that this time can be a blissful time. How can this be a blissful time? I'm not with my family. How can this be a blissful time? I lost a loved one. How can this be a blissful time when I am not connected with the people that I love? You see, my friend, it's a blissful time because you have the opportunity to change somebody else's life. You have the opportunity to show up, show out for someone else. A lot of times when we give to others, it's just like that friend. She said she was compelled as she saw his tears to hug him. We don't even want to touch anymore. We are afraid to touch because we're afraid we're going to catch something. How about we touch and not be afraid to catch connection? We are so looking at what we can catch that is negative, and we never think about what we can catch that is positive. And the most positive thing is as you connect with someone, voila, you change someone else's reality. So, I had to say that. I was just in that vibe. But one thing I wanted to say with you all, make this holiday blissful. Have purpose. What is your purpose in this time? You guys, so much is happening in our reality, and not outside of us, within us. We are manifestors. And I've been in perplexity because this whole channel was meant to really express the Scorpio energy. This channel was meant to understand the masculine energy and the feminine energy. And I did want to talk about that. I truly want to talk about that. But I also wanted to give a time, I wanted to give some time in this story to get us to reflect to who we truly are in this reality. What is the growth that's happening to our I am? What are we doing in here to make us raise the vibration and help others in their time of loneliness? I am fortunate because I have a big family. I am fortunate because I have beautiful daughters. I am very fortunate. But one thing that I see around me, not everyone is as fortunate as I am. And how can I put a little that what I am fortunate of and give it back to someone else? Because yes, we are in the season of giving. So get your wine. Cheers. Have a drink. And you know what, you guys? I got this from Trader Joe's. And I was going to get this other wine, right? It was a Merlot. And I was talking to a lady. It was really tasty. I really loved it. But it was $12.99. I was trying to be cheap. But you know, I need my wine. I need my wine on Scorpio After Dark. So I grabbed this wine, which was $5.99. Y'all, this wine is good. This wine is very tasty. Now, mind you, I have a horrible headache the next day. But you know what? It's worth the savings. Yeah, it's totally worth the saving. So I want to tell you guys, as you know, you guys that come on now and the people that come on after and the people that came on before, I just want to say, like my page, subscribe, tell somebody about this page if you think it's going to help. Because this is all about the Scorpio Minush. And I really enjoy talking to you guys. I really enjoy the fact that you show up, show out. And so, what I want to talk about is literally this whole segment was about the War in the Roses. And I don't know if you guys saw that movie. That movie was about a couple that had this blissful love, and then all of a sudden they didn't like each other anymore and they wanted to get divorced, but they were fighting over things, and the very thing that they loved they destroyed because of the fact they were fighting so much. And that's pretty much what we're in right now. We're in this collaboration of the feminine energy and the masculine energy, and we're at war with each other. We're fighting each other, and like we can't seem to get out of this. How can this loop of anger toward each other? And I want to say to my girls, I want to say to my sisters, by the feminine sisters, is that one thing that I'm learning about this journey. If the feminine does not rise up and awaken herself, that there is no really hope for divine masculine, because they're blind in their anger and misunderstanding. They have been totally, literally indoctrinated for generations and generations. They've been indoctrinated with this ideology that women are subservient to them. Women are this, women are that, and you got it so wrong. I really, it's really disappointing. It's really disappointing when you have someone trying to tell you who you are and they have no idea who you are because they do not have a vagina. And if you don't have a vagina, how do you know how we're feeling? And even if you have a archetype of a vagina, you cannot feel the soul of the feminine energy, because we are pretty complex. We are pretty complex. But also in that complexity, there is the masculine energy that is really trying to know her, and they're really trying to honor her. Now, mind you, that's like a diamond in the rough. To really find a masculine energy, a man that really is sensitive to the feminine energy, it's like trying to find a diamond in the rough. I mean, like literally, you are digging for gold. You really are digging for gold. And the odds of when you go into that barn with all that hay, that you see anything shining within there, because the masculine energy is literally, wow. I'm speechless. I'm truly speechless. I've had to, let me tell you, I have a client today. She was dating this guy, and she had been dating this guy for like a year, and she gets a knock on her door, and it's the FBI. And come to find out, the guy is involved with some kind of Ponzi scheme. So we have evidence of this. Me and my daughter was just talking about a young lady that literally was holed up in a house for a month and was being sodomized for a whole month, and she escaped. But in the process of escaping, she said that 4 of her friends have been unalived. So we live in some nefarious energy right now, and you know, we somewhat have to talk about it. I know you guys are kind of curious. Yes, I did break my noni fast, but I'm going back on a noni fast because that was not working out. That was not working out. And so I'm back to base one, and I will tell you again, the feminine energy. It is very important to Do a noni fast. And I don't care if you do it for a week, I don't care if you do it for a day, but noni fast your fine, because it gives you perception, gives you understanding, and it doesn't tie your soul to another individual, and you're able to have clarity of mind and thought. You're able to have clarity when you're making a decision in the dating scene. And I say with the man is the pretty much the same thing. um, you know really protect yourself. People are coming in just to steal your energy. People are showing up just so they can rob you blind of your divine energy. So protect your energy at all costs. I'm not saying walk around all suspicious, but when you do a noni fast, you literally heighten your perception, heighten your intuitive value, heighten every aspect of yourself, so you can kind of have knowledge, because sometimes it's hard to figure it out, because people are living in charades. People are living in dishonest lives. We're living in a world that is hard to really navigate through this system of lies. That's pretty much what it is. Everybody's lying to themselves. No one wants to be organic. No one wants to be honest. And so we got to navigate through this and hope we're making right decisions. So that's why I say, when you are meditating, you're not just closing your noni, but you're meditating. You're asking for insight. You're asking for um, instruction, because that instruction will help you make better choices. And we're constantly finding ourselves. The only reason I did that because I forgot. I have this card up here that I pulled. And the most important thing is, when we're doing our noni fast, do we have purpose? Let me show you. Like, I pulled this card. This card says purpose. Do you have purpose in the reason why you're closing your noni? You know, um, I closed my noni merely because I wanted to see. I wanted to be able to identify bullshit from a mile away. Excuse my French. But that's why I did it. I wanted to know what was going on here. And so it is really important to love thyself, pull away for things that are not serving you. And I opened my noni, and I had been closed for about a year. And it's crazy because when I opened my noni, I think I opened something in my heart, and I literally found myself sensitive. I felt the sensitivity within inside me, and I began to like really look at everybody around me, even relationships that I had been in, because people want to traffic through your body any old kind of way, and they should not be permitted. That's why you do that. You have to be careful who touches you. You have to be careful who lives inside of you. You have to be careful. You have to protect yourself. If you don't protect yourself, they can siphon all your energy and leave you empty, leave you dry, leave you without anything. And so I just thought I would come on. I am grateful for you that came in to show up, to show out. And remember, you're divine. In this war of the roses, the ending all starts with us. The ending all starts with you. The ending all starts with knowing thyself. because you know in this war it is a self reflection of what you haven't healed. Remember, the War of the Roses is only a self reflection of things that you have not healed. And so I am grateful and thankful that you show up, show out every week when I come on Saturday at 10. It used to be 11, but I have it's Christmas season, so I am working a lot. So we're gonna come on a little more earlier. And I thank you, and thank you, daughter, for supporting your mom. And eventually we will go live. I can't wait. And I love you to death. And like my page, subscribe, and put a thumbs up. Thank you. And hit the bell so whenever I come on, you get a notification. And I hope you have a good night and peace, love, and thank you for showing up and showing out. You have a good one. Bye.